I read somewhere that Harry's saying that nobody dares say those things to his face. Well, where is his face? He left the UK not to face people, not to face the questions, and most importantly, not because he didn't want to provide the right answers. He left the UK slandering and lying about his reasons for leaving. They used another country, Canada, to lie about their intentions. Their intentions were never to go to Canada. Their intentions were always to go to California. The press was not being racist. They were misusing their race card. Most people in the UK thought she was white until she mentioned she was black. Her mother was black. I didn't even know. Again, they slandered and lied about it. Can you imagine? You go to when you have a family member coming to your home and they're secretly filming everything. I mean, what kind of a sick person that is? To monetize, to merchandise. They accused the press of invading their privacy. The press was not invading their privacy. The press was, they wanted to know, like the regular thing. They had to deal with the royals. You present things about the baby, everything that's normal. But the reason why it couldn't be normal is because they were secretly recording everything for their own footage, to have the exclusive rights on that and increase the value of what they were selling. It was never about privacy. It was about secrecy. Now they've lied about everything. The money about the charity, it's still out there. They have abused. I really do think that they have abused the teenage therapy platform, because these teens themselves are vulnerable. They don't know better. They are predators. I really do believe that Harry and Meghan Markle are predators, because they seek people who need help, and instead of them lending their platform to bring attention to teen therapy, they use teen therapy to, again, complain about the fact that they're liars, that they're being called liars. They talk about trolling. Since I started doing this YouTube, I do it for fun. But since I started doing it, I once or twice had mentioned that I have lupus. Okay, I've received, I hope your kidneys explode, I hope your lungs collapse, I hope lupus gets you. That's trolling. If somebody points out a fact, maybe that because I'm not an expert. I research and I deduct, I think reasonable deductions. Somebody points out something that I'm wrong about. I said, oh, great, thank you for correcting me, and I move on. But Harry and Meghan show no contrition whatsoever. And the reason for that is because they believe their own bullshit. They are so wrapped up in their own asses that they don't understand it. Now, for the American people, in the United States, or for anybody who doesn't understand how this works, if Harry were to use his last names would be Mountbatten Windsor, just like the last name his kid has. Okay, those are last names. The Duke of Sussex is a title, which is different. And he shouldn't be using them because he's still heavily featured in prominently featured on the royal.uk website. So and that website, again, I go on about it, is only used for working members of the royal family. So either the royal family removed them, because the royal family has come out and said, which actually brings a lot of confusion. I think it was wrong of them to say that. They should have issued a statement saying that the private views of Harry and Meghan do not reflect those of the monarchy. They haven't done that. They haven't been clear about it. They haven't told them not to use their titles. They're using their titles for everything. They're exploiting. That's the way I look at it. I really do think they're predators. Now, Meghan went on about how people were trolling her and her pregnancy. I actually did Google it, and people were just pointing something out, which was the weirdest thing, how she kept angling at the cameras to show her stomach. It wasn't natural. It's not like she was walking or they took pictures. No, she would turn around, open her coat, grab her belly, and angle it. people have said that they think that she didn't carry the baby. Personally, I think she did, but I do think she used prosthetic stomach to make the stomach look bigger than what it was if she carried the baby. I don't think the royal family would lend themselves to such deception. But if she did carry the baby, I do believe that she was using prosthetics to make the stomach look bigger than what it was. Nobody was trying. People were just pointing out the fact that how weird that was. And you know what? I thought maybe people were being assholes about it. So I went and Googled very famous women, I mean, truly famous, because Meghan Markle is not that famous. Truly, she's not well known. She's infamous, and she's well known now, but she's as a Duchess of Sussex, but not as Meghan Markle. And the reason why I say this is because even Gloria Steinem said that when they were cold calling voters and she said her name, they didn't know who the hell she was. And then she had to say, I'm the Duchess of Sussex, and explained herself. So I went and I Googled famous pregnant ladies, and to see if holding the bump like that so much was normal. It wasn't normal. It really wasn't. So people were not being mean about it. They were just telling her to stop because it was so fake. But anyways, so no, she wasn't trolled. If you lie in public, in the video, the interview that they did with this Malala lady, again, they associate themselves to these people, she's a great lady, Malala. She's well known, but not really. She's not like Adele. If you say Adele, people will know who she is, or Beyonce. You say Malala, people probably won't know how to pronounce it, and they will even look her up. To exploit them, because again, it wasn't about them. But there was an interesting moment, I thought, when Meghan was talking about how lucky she was to get her education. She felt uncomfortable about it because her father's the one who gave her entire education. He paid for all her schools. And she's the one trolling her father, her elderly, sick father. She's the one who has lied about her father. She wasn't content in trolling her own dad. She got the help of other friends to troll on her dad. So no, I don't think that she was trolled, but it does show that they are very narcissist. And Harry's confusing being stressed about life and about, I own a company, I have to pay people. Christ, if my crop fails, pay electricity, I have a kid, I have to provide for him because his father's a no-show. So being stressed about life is not the same as being insane. The only traumatic event that Harry has had is the death of his mother. That's it. But he has used up all the goodwill that he had because of that, because of his mom. Let's face it, it will only carry you so far, but he still wants he still wants to bring up his mother's death at every chance he gets. That was 23 years ago. He's had therapy, and obviously if it didn't work, then he should have changed therapist, because his brother also lost the same mom, and you see him doing kick-ass stuff. So the reason why I did this is because a lot of people send me things. Oh, you don't know that she was trolled. You don't know what you're talking about. Breastfeeding for me was wonderful. Yes, it was painful and everything, but it was a moment I had to bond with my kid. Meghan Markle had nannies, staff, secretaries, assistants. I mean, this woman, she didn't really work. I had to work. I had a job. I had a company, and people were dependent. I mean, I remember sometimes, you all know, the mothers that are working mothers. She didn't. She really didn't. And her work was to show up for 10, 15 minutes while everybody else did the work for her to show up there. She didn't have a problem flying over the weekend to watch a tennis game. Then she didn't have a problem spending all that time away from her kid, from her newborn, to see a tennis match. While trashing other people because, you know, to help the poor. Or, I mean, there's just so many lies, you know. So no, if Harry wants people to tell him like it is, show your face, allow free questioning, engage, get out of that mansion, come over to the UK and walk the streets. You will have people telling you what they think of you, and you need to answer those questions. And another thing that's very important, you know why don't they set up a new website that could be called Harry and Meghan? Or another Instagram account. Nobody is stopping them from doing that, but they are hell-bent on using Sussex Royal because even though they bitch about the royal family, they want the prestige that comes with it. Even the goodwill that Harry had because of who his grandmother is, because the Queen of England is such an outstanding individual, it's also used up. Anyways, that's what I think. If you enjoyed it, please click like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you would like me to talk about in the next video. And if you have any questions or if I've said something wrong here, please also point that out. Have a good day.